Hello guys, once again there's this video I saw and actually wanted to post it because as a concerned citizen of Ghana, it worries me a lot because actually what happened right now is in Sotum, actually in Ghana I stay near Sotum, that's Farm Local Blikuma, so I stay near Sotum. Actually this place that got flooded, I know here pretty much well because I used to work in Central Municipal Assembly as an environmental officer, and I used to patrol around this area checking the sanitation and all that around there. Yeah, it's rained just a little bit in Ghana, I'll say around Ablekuma. Yeah, it's really disheartening to see that like just a little rain can just flood the whole of Sotum, and it's really unbearable because where is Ghana going? The drainage system, what is this? So yeah, watch the video.
Hey, asemo. Dabio na me pacho. Mi nya me ya kofi okra na ka mi nya fie bi mu ahwe.
Me pacho hwe yampo. Hwe yampo wo de eno na ben ya because aha no ntimi ntana. Enti wo de hwe ha. Ewura fie ni nyina mu. Wo pa gina ha hwe gate ya no nyina won se de obi aye ni gate ya no. Ada ya ti hefa. Ya te hefa. Wo pa ban so fie ya wo ndro mu na pare. Ni kodi se nyina fie wo ho nyina ewura obi ya fie. Ewura anko obi dem a. Ewura ni fie nyina onya ba bia amfa. Enko ba bia.
Hey, we dey anu wadin. Ena Dabio me pacho, enti se si anu. Bola na egumu no nso no na medwe ho a menti ase.
Bola ni de efri baby. Ni nyina ya se efri bayi bush nim, Maranatha bush nim, ani Roman bush nim. Ni nyina baba be fa ye hanom na beguwa. Uwie a wo dem afo no uwie so asa aboa no. Washi and what's up bola man what's a chia the camera na be.
Bola ni nyina san kwa dem.
Bola ni nyina akwadam ni atake ni na kwa dem ho. Well so say the first ade by anya sabu wow. Bola ni nyina be kwa wo dem ho. Ansa na wasisa na wasatu bola ka. Osha ehọ nyina yire. Anya na asamo. Ya kwa ni afena ni mo ya be sha ni nyina. Imagine what we go. Nyina obi anzie.
Hey.
Yes. Ya kasa ya ho adiesa. Ya kasa kaya yo menya ma me de ba esipant. Ena mi gina ho. Enti wo sa wo twan ya ko pe sa be twan.
So basically, to those who didn't understand the Ghanaian language, just only if you're watching my post actually and you don't understand what they're saying. So just the little rain that fell in Sotum area, I don't know whether it's only Sotum that got flooded, but what I have seen is just the Sotum area, which is disheartening because the ladies are saying that whenever it rains just a little, the whole place gets flooded. And then the ladies have realized that there's a lot of choked gutters concerning like the refuse dumped in some certain areas, and then it chokes the gutters, and then it also, as a matter of fact, when it rains, the refuse from the choked gutters get into their houses as well, like in their buildings or in the compound or anything of that sort. And I believe them because I actually worked, as I said, I was in the sanitation department in Central Municipal Assembly, and there was a lot of problems about this refuse dump and then choking of gutters. And then I understand very well because the drainage system is really poor and we have narrow gutters in this area, to be precise. And it's gonna take a long time for Ghana to really get out of this flood situation because the whole drainage system has to be revised, and then they have to do something really about it. And then I know they are calling out to President Mahama. It's like this rain has flooded our homes. President Mahama, we need your help, please. I understand the easiest person you can call out to is the president, but then it starts from us, honestly. You see, when I was going around gathering information about like the sanitation systems in Ghana, in Sotum, or like the Central Municipal Assembly, that's like Farm Milk, Sotum, Ablekuma, Alaji and all that, those areas, they actually don't have a proper means of disposing their refuse. And then one of the means of which, the easiest means that they dispose of their refuse is giving it to these abuboya. Abuboya is like these tricycle that this motorized tricycle that they they fashion it in a way that it looks like a dustbin, like a refuse truck, actually a small one. Maybe when I get a picture I'll post it there. So they make it in a way that they can just put in refuse in, and that's the easiest way, because our roads are so bad. Most of the roads around those areas are so bad and narrow. Even the bigger container cars cannot even, like the trucks cannot even get through. And then mostly those container trucks are kind of expensive to the extent that it's not everyone who can actually afford it. Yeah, I mean, where I was living in Ablekuma, we had to use Zoom Lion, and yeah, the payment was like, I don't know how much it is right now. I think back then it was 25 cedis every month, which is like not that bad, but to some people it's going to be expensive. And I believe everything starts from us. And the drainage system is really poor. These abuboya, these tricycles, they take your refuse and go and dump it in the bushes. And these bushes that they dump it in, that is where the rain falls and then pushes down all the refuse from the bushes or by the roadside. They do that. They dump refuse by the roadside. It's places that you actually don't expect refuse to be. They don't actually go and then dispose of the refuse properly. And that is the same refuse that comes to your gutters. That's the same refuse that comes to your houses. It's rather unfortunate, I understand, but it really starts from us, and we have to make sure we know how we are gonna like do this by ourselves. And as a matter of fact, I really wish there was many means of refuse disposals in Ghana, because it's like Zoom Lion. I don't know for now, but it's like Zoom Lion has dominated so much. I don't know. And shout outs to the bus stop boys. They really are doing a lot of things that beneficial to the country, and I really wish they get more exposure and then they get more support from the government or whoever and that can, or investors, because they are doing a lot. I remember there was a video that the bus stop boys put this bottle-like shaped dustbin, whereby anyone who drinks anything bottle, like plastic bottle, can dump it inside the dustbin, like the big shaped bottle dustbin. And trust me, 80% of the refuse there, the 80% of everything that was inside was just refuse. People had even dumped it on the floor and all that. It all starts from us. And I don't know, we need a lot of education, because if we are not educated that much, it's gonna be a very serious problem. And it all starts from us, as I said. It's rather unfortunate, but then there's a lot of choked gutters in Sotom area, Farm Milk area, and those in the lowlands are actually getting more of the problems than those who are on like higher lands, because then it sweeps the refuse down from the higher to the lower lands, and that is where the problem comes, where people are complaining about. But yeah, I hope the government actually sees to it that something is done about it. And it's rather unfortunate, because look at this video, watch this video. So it's really unbearable. Imagine having everything, like your property in the room and everything like being destroyed by the rain and the flood. It's rather like unbearable. Imagine that, like your whole livelihood, especially your documents. Actually, documents are even more important than some materialistic stuff.
Hey, are you seriously?
Sometimes the laws and the rules in Ghana don't really like take effect like very well, but then these same people will come to someone's country and be taking the rules and regulations so strictly, and it's as if they they weren't even born in Ghana or they didn't grow up in Ghana. Like dumping of refuse, like come to Germany here, and then dumping of refuse is actually like really forbidden, and then it's very, very, very like it's punishable actually. So when I was working at the Central Municipal Assembly, there was this this area Antieku, I think Antieku last stop, yeah. I gathered information about like their sanitation problem and then what is causing the flood, because they were on the lowlands, and then like the water will sweep out dust and everything. That wasn't even refuse. That was like sand from the highlands to the lowlands, and then it was choking their gutters. So I actually talked to them and I was like, hey, I've seen something that is wrong with your drainage system, and then it looks like it is the sands that has choked the gutters, and they were even aware of it. And I told them, hey, what I can do is I can gather the information and then just go and give it to the office, because I'm in no position to like approve of contracts or whatever.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
So I can just gather that information and then give it to like my authorities, and then they would see how they can work on it, when they can do it or whatever. But I was like, hey, this thing starts from us. Like, would you rather I am going to every single house in Antieku, every single house. I was entering every single house just to gather the information and to see how, from my kind heart, I was like, hey, let's see if we can solve this issue by ourselves, because I contacted for this huge machine that they used to fetch out. They have this like their hands that the arms, they can change the arms, they can use like it for multi-purpose task and all that. They can like scoop out sand from the gutters and all that. And at that time, how long was that? I think 2017. And I actually had a number of a contractor, like somebody who actually does that someone who manages these wheel loaders and all that. And I asked him, hey, there's this area Antieku, there's the gutter from here to here, how much would he take if he's going to work for like maybe like 2 hours of work or so? I think how many hours of work? It was like 5 hours of work. No, actually it was like half the day. So basically like half the day's work. And can you imagine, he said 800 cedis, like that. If any like generous person could have just done it, but at that time I wasn't really even having money or of that sort to even like be the generous person, and I'm trying to help them. I have my area too, so but what happened was I told them, hey, we can all contribute. I'm going to every single house, we can all contribute something. If it's 10 cedis each, we can all contribute 10 cedis each, and then we call the contractor.
You be mumu. You think say they wise. You are a mumu man.
And then the person will come in and work on these gutters. And then some people agreed, some people didn't agree. And hey, it's not the German who said that's not my beer. It's not my beer, so it's none of my business. So actually, they didn't even bring their ideas together to say, hey, let's do it or let's do that. But the long and short of it is that it all starts from us. Let's just see how we can do it ourselves, rather than to always call out for the government. If they do it, fine, hooray, hallelujah. But then if they don't do it, who is going to do it for you? You have to do it yourself. And education is very important. We need to educate ourselves more. Like, come on. If you go to someone else's country, you actually do the right thing. Then you come back to your country, you're going to do something stupid. I think it's all from you. And yeah, we need to do better actually. Yeah. So yeah. If you've reached the end of this video, thank you very much. And yeah, it doesn't cost you anything to just watch my video. I'm not taking money from you, so yeah, watch it and then tell me your opinions. What do you think about the situations in Ghana, about the flood and all that? This is not the first time, it's not the last time. Obviously, we're going to be hearing a lot more about this, and that's really sad. Yeah, thank you very much. Ciao.